Good morning all, this is Darth Rabbit 07 comes to you today with another quick review, hot off the truck from Amazon. I got in Transformers animated Bumblebee, but before we get into that quick review, make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thank you again to all those who have subscribed. Now let's go ahead and turn this camera around and take an awesome quick look at this new animated Bumblebee. Thank you for watching. And there he is in his box, fresh off the truck. Can't believe these are cranking into homes right now, right here before Christmas. And I hope if you pre-ordered it, you got yours too. Got Bumblebee going from robot mode to car mode and back again in 22 steps. Can't believe we've been doing this for 40 years. That beautiful one sheet gone are the QR codes, and pause and scan there if you're looking in store. I hope this helps you find it no matter where you are. What else is there to say about this beautiful box art other than wow, I just love the gold and how it pops. Let's get B out of his box and see how cool he really is. Thanks again for watching. What all comes inside the box? You do get his instructions. Like I said, nicely colored in the other reviews. You get your stinger configurations, you get his boosters. Make sure to throw those away in the toilet tissue paper pack. Your instructions for getting him from robot to vehicle mode, and just reverse said order of steps to get him back into robot mode a little bit later, and his configurations there at the bottom for his stingers and his missiles there as you go into car mode for some weapon storage. But with all that done there is B in his original configuration right out of the box. You got his stingers, which are clear plastic that kind of wears me over time. At least they're clear and smoky, and I kind of like the way that looks, but would prefer in the future that we get solid plastics, kind of like what you see there. And you get his stingers, and they're so teeny, just like B is there, and that's the whole shock factor there. Boom, you can get his little combination there later on. But nicely painted, nicely detailed. I'm having trouble hanging on to them, and I'm going to try to get these together real quick. So not only is it so small, it had a little bit of a quality thing that I had to go through and do and clean the shavings off so it can do that together. When you do get it, if you watch animated, he does slap these together like this to stinger. It's in the paint color format of a stinger. That said, I'm going to get him converted real quick off camera into car mode and go through him from vehicle mode back into robot mode just to kind of finish it up, clean things up. Thanks again for your time and patience, guys, and for watching. And here we have Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. Lights and sirens is what they said in the show, and boy, that transformation was lights and sirens. Because as you can see right here on this turntable, we've got uniform hubcaps. All the pieces and bits you see are not faux cheated to get it into place. This is actually his chest. That's actually his feet. And the way that you get this back in here was really quite satisfying in getting it done. And we're going to zoom in a little close here in just a second, but I wanted to simulate also that when you add the boosters, lights, and sirens mode, the stingers can indeed act like little blast effects going down the road there, speeding down the road, or you can put those blast effects in place there. So there's that shot. We're going to zoom in and look closer at this car mode, as this is a very compact, tight car. Love how they recaptured that look. That could use a little bit more paint as always in the back there. And boom. Let's do a spin without the boosters, lights, and sirens mode and marvel at this engineering. As this is a good example of not making this a Legends class size, but in fact making it a small deluxe, and how I think Snarl could have also benefited from being a small deluxe, getting a few more extra bits, maybe not having to faux cheat something or another to get it to place, and or if the faux cheat, you know, get it to flip over into the chest piece. Like that kind of bugs me with Snarl. But getting back to animated Bumblebee, you do got ports that you can do those lights and sirens mode. You got some stuff you can add to blast effects, and that little bit of gapping is is my fault, I do believe there. Actually, I might not have something exactly straight, but it does clip and tab in for the most part. I love these uniform hubs and what have you, even with the pin. That's so much cleaner than other wheels in the past, and they do roll exceptionally well. So I mean, come on, Hasbro, keep cranking it out. Now, the only one thing I would suggest is using the solid yellow to do the rest of the stuff where it was clear, and then just paint that stuff black in the future. I kind of hope we get an updated version that does have that black colored, or I have to go look at the animation. But yeah, the clear plastic does bother me, but what they've done with this is an absolute marvel of engineering. And please, you get this far with it, I messed up right there. So everything is cleanly engineered there to get this into this. When you do get back into robot mode, you do get a couple of aggravations, but having it do this and be this capable is just really, really awesome. I mean, really, really clean. And that's the bottom profile. Anyway, I just was not expecting to like this much. Was not expecting the engineering to be so crazy. You get a little bit of an undercarriage, but it doesn't hamper the rolling. So with all that said and done, we're going to put him back on the turntable here and get him some comparisons real quick with his not case mates. I want to say case mates, but his fellow United Wave 1 mates. But before we do that, I want to get him with his animated team thus far from Legacy. So there's B and Voyager class Optimus Prime and Deluxe class Prowl, and that's where it kind of starts to throw the stuff. But B was smaller in the show, and I don't want them making this guy any smaller, because when you get to robot mode, then it kind of like sizes it up better. So I kind of like the way that the team has, been truthful to when they get into robot mode there. Really do love having these three together. And now we're going to scan it or get things adjusted a bit more to where we can get every one of the Wave 1 together. There is B and Snarl joining the party. Chase, Magnus, Prime, and Thundertron all on the table together there. It fills up really, really fast here. That's the only ugly thing I can't stand about Wave 1. And I don't mind Prime speed as much as I thought I would. But boom. Filling out that lineup. I got one more deluxe to do. But right here's the shot thus far. We're going to get B converted into robot mode in 3, 2, 1, and here is B back in his robot mode. He is so clean, guys. Here's your side profile, the back profile. Everything just works with this guy. It's amazing that they didn't faux cheat the parts. They engineered it. Just got this thing nailed. Bam. This is the best version of animated Bumblebee in my eyes. This is what I wish we had in 2008. Let's get zoomed in and take a closer look at that facial and animated smirk. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of pre-positioned smirks, but that's definitely him. And what's crazy is that he didn't have the smirk. It could be a battle mask and still be an homage to G1 Bumblebee there, while being animated to begin with. And I really do like this a whole lot. The only thing that stinks, and I'll get to it right here in his shoulders and his arms, is the fact with it not faux cheating, it gets it a little hindered. And we'll just go ahead and get into that right now, just starting with the shoulders and stuff. You get all the way up like this, and you got like a double hinge there at the elbow. You do get some swivel there, elbow swivel. The articulation is just a little weird on this. You can only go up this far. It's got a hinge there for the transformation joint that you can use to do other little things if you need to, but I think it's supposed to be configured up like that. It does actually have wrist swivel, which is a big and huge plus. I just love that they incorporated that in there. This whole unit can transform and flip out the stinger. We'll get into that a little bit later. And it's got that articulation there. He can look all the way up, so you can get those flying running poses when you get his backpacks in, all the way you got some hindrance there, but I mean, it can go all the way around once you get past that little hinge there. But looking great, nicely painted and detailed there in the face. You can get a full T depending on how you get this configured here. Yes, you can do that like that. You can get that full T pose there, which goes into that articulation all the way around the waist. I love that. It's also a transformation joint. So nice that it locks into place and whatnot. The only gappage that you got is like right here due to the transformation, and that's acceptable because when you get the arms down, you really can't see it from that angle there at all. Going back into this, you can get the full van damage with this. This guy just keeps showing off, and that's so his personality, this version of Bumblebee. You can get kick-wise, you can go up that high, you can go back that far. Just pretty freaking amazing. You get that. I like the way they do like they tooled a car seat to become his knee pad kind of thing. I don't know. Just really, really good. Love these hubs. So much better than the other stuff in the past. And then you do run into some little hindrance, but you can get a wider ankle tilt once you get past the kibble there. And it's like, man. I don't want to shave anything off, but like that's what you got to do to get the ankle tiltage. So, and you do get some front and back. Well, not any back because it just slams into it. But I mean, I like that you got a spur there at the heel. So all that said and done, B has some configurations you can get into here. Let me go into those right quick here. Put these down. Get him in some configurations. With him being a show off, he likes to show off his little jetpack here. And you can use the stingers as like thrusters, or you can actually put blast effects back up in there and fly around, soaring and scoring. Really, really nice there. Go back around to the front. Get this other configuration. You can have the boosters act as guns with the stingers in. We got two guns, one for the both of you, so you got some G1 handheld weapons in a sense. The other treat to do this, you got some configuration in his forearms. You have a B with stingers, but the money shot is when you actually put them together like he did in the show. That is just money shot for the animated fans and for animated in general. This is the B that we wanted back then. Get him back into his original configuration real quick. There's absolutely a lot to like about this guy. Let's zoom him back out. Here's animated B by himself, but let's get him with his team from animated. There he is with animated Prime and animated Prowl. You have stillness and strike and topple overage. I love it when it falls apart, guys. Give me just a moment. We all know how animated B is with stillness and strike, and it looks like they're all kind of leaning back and could topple over any second. But nonetheless, there they are looking up at the camera. Looks great. And now let's get those robot mode comparisons with the rest of the Wave 1 brethren. We have B and Kid, Magneus, and Chase, animated Prime, and Thundertron. That group shot looks really, really good. Now we got one more deluxe that we gotta get through there. I'm gonna do a little quick spin, let you see the backside there too of the whole first United Wave I have thus far. Can't wait to get that other one in here. Can't wait to get the other United Legacy figures as well. Let's get B into final thoughts. Some final thoughts on B here. Animated B has totally blown me away. I really do love this rendition of him. They took the animated stylized, give it a G1, do on the turntable here, and this guy's just fantastic, man. I just love this guy. No matter where you look at him, he doesn't look like he's all hollowed out, cheapened up, and he's just as cocky as ever with that little smirk in his face and what have you. I highly recommend this animated B. He's like the real snake charmer of the wave so far, and we just got to get Windblade on the turntable next, and I just can't stop playing with this guy. I keep knocking my camera around. I can't say enough positive about this guy. He's so cool, man. Shocker of the wave. And I look for the eventual Wasp repaint to be coming. I look very forward to that as well. And we'll have Wasp come in and do his thing before he goes Waspinator and animated, and that would be awesome too. B definitely leaves the sting of surprise. Thanks again for watching my channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below there. Thank you again to my subscribers. And that's about going to do it for United Animated Universe Bumblebee. Highly recommend. Grab him if you can, guys. Thanks again for watching. Until all are one.